Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to Tater's World, and thank you so much for your patience that you've had over these last couple of weeks as I've had different events and vacations and whatnot. We're gonna have a good landing. Oh yeah, pro skills. And if you remember last episode, we finished up, or I guess started, didn't actually finish up, our apiary. This is the apiary, and it looks so good. I have made a couple of modifications. I filled these in because what happened was, since there were glass panes there, a lot of the drops were actually coming out, spitting outside, and we didn't want any of that. I did breed up a lot of these bees. Let's see how many you can see. Not that many, but there's like probably at least 20 in here. What you'll see over here is I had to alternate between getting honeycomb and getting honey bottles, just because with this design it was kind of wonky. So basically what I'm going to do is, if we come out here, and maybe if I can get through a door, if we come out here, you can see we are getting honey. We're getting plenty of honey. So as this fills up, I'm going to get more, basically to the point where I don't think that I need any more, at least for any for any big projects coming, and then we'll just switch it to honeycomb just like we have on this side. You see, I am a little bit lazy when it comes to the decoration. I'm only using, what are these, the poppies? Only using the poppies because we get them from my iron farm. This will change. That was just the easiest flower to get. I do plan on decorating this whole area. However, I do want to wait until we can use some of the new version 1.17 blocks for that, and you can probably guess what I'm going for. By the way, I don't think I've actually explained here in video why we aren't on 1.17 yet. The reason for that is because I use the replay mod for a lot of the things that I do on here. As you could see last episode with the apiary, and as you'll see later on in this episode as we're working on our project for the day. So if I don't have access, oh, by the way, yes, there's not a stable release of the replay mod available, nom 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 experience, yet for 1.17. So I'm just not upgrading until I do get a good version, stable user version of replay mod available. At that time, we'll upgrade, and then we're going to explore and get all of those awesome 1.17 blocks. And since we're already down here, let's go and check out our plans for this episode. So here's our project book, as we do in every episode. We're going to go, and I have added some things because that's what I do. I don't actually tackle the things that are currently on the list. I just add to the list. So we do have a little bit of a super smelter, I guess, over there by the dirt hut. I think it's got 4 furnaces, definitely not enough for all those awesome 1.17 blocks that we're going to get. So this episode, I want to work on a super smelter. And I think we did talk about it before. I think where I want that super smelter to go is straight down from here. And I want to have a cool somewhere. We'll figure it out. Have a chest, an input chest, a fuel chest, and an output chest. Just somewhere in this area, because I do still want to continue using this as our primary storage going forward. But before we get to the project of this episode, I want to go over the question of the day, which is, what kind of band never plays music? Again, that's what kind of band never plays music. If you think you got the answer, go ahead and leave that in the comment section down below. I believe the answer for last week's question, which was what kind of paint do you want to put on wet or something like that? And the answer, uh-oh. Did you guys hear that? Oh, it's you. Anyway, the answer is actually a coat of paint is what you want to put on wet. Otherwise, it's a little difficult. Get out of here. And this project is actually going to involve a heck of a lot of digging. So I think the first thing that we need to do is head over to the Nether to retrieve our beacon. That would make this so much easier. I could go through the portal over there, but I think we should just take a shortcut. Right there. Okay, ready? I'll meet you over there. Ouch. Whew, I'm glad we made that shortcut up there, but that fall is a doozy. Okay, so I think our beacon is somewhere over there. So with that, I think it's safe to jump straight into a time lapse. Here we go. Now that was quite the dig, but admittedly it is a lot easier when you've got a Haste 2 beacon, that's for sure. We did discover something that I thought was pretty interesting. Check this out. So if we come over here, this is like a natural hole that was part of... I don't know if you saw, and I had to cut so much out from the dig, which is fine. I mean, no one really cares about a dig time lapse, but the fortunate thing is... there was a lot of cave space in here. Kind of a natural cave, which would have been awesome to actually be a part of our cave base. But down here, this was really cool. So I just imagine probably at like the start of the world, or at least when we first loaded these chunks over here, there was probably an Enderman who came down here holding a grass block and started growing his own little lawn, you know, his underground lawn in here. So I thought that was pretty neat. We're not going to use this or anything, but I just wanted to show you that. And there, all gone. So the reason, and I think I did allude to it earlier, the reason that we dug this huge area here, and it's actually a little deeper than I wanted it to be, but that's perfectly fine, is because I want to do a very big industrial size super smelter, and I want it to have it go right underneath our storage area over there. The design that I'm using, and oh yeah, by the way, this is a perfect time to mention this. So you may have noticed recently that a certain Hermitcraft member, I don't want to mention any, you know, Mumbos or Jumbos just because, you know, it wouldn't be fair to mention their name, but somebody has been calling themselves Tater Boy and Tater Man and changed his skin to do like this whole potato thing, and is working on, by the way, a Tatomatic 9000 replica. So a lot of people have been asking me what I think about this, about Mumbo Jumbo, you know, having a potato guy as his persona for Hermitcraft Season 8. And my opinion on that is imitation is the highest form of flattery. So we'll just say he stole the idea from me. But the reason I bring him up is this this design that I'm going to be using here was based off of Mumbo Jumbo's design in the industrial district of Hermitcraft Season 7. So a very big, you know, furnace array kind of design. However, it was improved upon by someone named Crade, C-R-A-D-E, that basically took Mumbo's design and made quite a few changes to it just to make it a little bit more efficient and just work better, you know, with chunks unloading and that sort of thing. So I will link both of those. Actually, I'll find an episode where Mumbo is working on the original design, and then I'll also link the tutorial so that you can make it yourself. So 2 episodes in a row now, we're going to go straight from one time lapse into another. like that music, by the way. That's some new music that I just found recently, and I kind of like it. So here's our super smelter. As you can tell, there is a heck of a lot more room in here than we needed. But let's get down here. So this right here is the, oh, get that back. This right here is the where everything goes after it's been smelted. What am I thinking of? What's the word I'm thinking of? The output chest. Ooh, output chest. Yay. Okay, this one right here is the input chest. So this is where we would put our sand, our stone, our iron, or our copper ore maybe, or whatever. So then all the way over here on the other side of the world, actually I probably could have just gone that way, huh? Is the fuel chest, the fuel input chest. So what happens is, I'm not going to overly explain this to you guys because there is a tutorial, and watch the tutorial. It's actually a really good one. But as soon as this minecart gets filled up with fuel, right now I'm using coal, it will go off around in a circle and fill all the furnaces with fuel. Super fun. And then same thing over here at the input chest, except you only need, I think you need, I don't remember, to be honest with you. But here's an important thing. This uses a lot of coal because, like I said, it won't even take off and refill all the furnaces until you get 5 stacks. Count them. That's 5 stacks in the hopper minecart. So I figured, since we're here and we've still got our haste 2 and our efficiency. I have my fortune, right? Yep, and we've got our fortune. It was a good time to chow through some of this old coal ore that we had from way back when how when we used to do the mining streams. How are you? Is he tracking me? Come here. Ugh, got you. You're done. You're done. You're done. Good die. There you go. Okay. So anyway, so let's, I'm going to break down all of this coal ore and then we'll see how much we get. And you see, that didn't even get us the 5 stacks that we would need in order to completely refill the hopper minecart and get it going around the system. So that is, I'll admit, that is a little bit annoying, but I suppose it is what it is. So with that, let's dump this in here just so that we can, and it shouldn't take off because it won't be full. I just want to double check. I have tested it once, so there is some coal already in the system, some fuel in the system. So we were able to actually do a stack of glass very quickly. So I went over to the desert over there and I got a bunch of sand just because I wanted to test it. We're not going to go through all of this right now, but I did want to show you kind of what it looks like when we do this. So there we go. Throw a stack in. That unlocks that. That gets filled. Really neat system, actually. It goes around. It fills up all the furnaces, as you can see. And now it goes to... Yeah. So it went there. It said, oh, look, I still have stuff in me. Goes around and it should stop now. Because it takes 32 at a time since we have 32 furnaces. So that's pretty awesome. Now let's see how long it takes. It actually doesn't take long at all. I don't want to pick any up. To come over here. You see it's flowing out super quickly. It doesn't take long at all. Let's see, to get that stack. And here we go. 3, 4, done. And most of that time was actually because of this hopper right here. Which is interesting. So the problem is, okay, here's how we get back up to the storage system right here. Okay. You'll see I've got this ladder and it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. And here we are, we're back in the storage system, except if I have to go all the way down there every time I want to smelt something, that's not going to work. So I'm thinking of an idea of how we can modify this so that we can access it very easily from the storage room up there. So let's get started on that, and I'll get back with you once I've got something figured out. So you know how sometimes when you have like an idea in your head and you just think to yourself, oh, that'll be easy, that won't be too difficult. Well, take a look at how we figured this out. Okay, so oh geez, where do I even start? Let's go for the intake first. So we've got a hole directly above there that drops things straight down into the intake, brings them over here, drops them on there. Let me show you this. Actually, this took me a while to figure out, especially I was working in a redstone testing world. So I didn't want to get rid of this chest because I figured it was important for this comparator, and I didn't want to have to figure out, an alternate way of catching all of the items. But I knew that having one hopper, having them come down, it would probably be like that one, straight down into a hopper. That's not necessarily the fastest route because the hopper's pretty slow. So what I did here is I used a hopper minecart, which is going to suck everything up, and then it actually splits it into, let's see if I can get over here. Anyway, you can see, it splits it into 4 different hoppers going into the chest that way. So it's actually 4 times the speed of what one normal hopper would be. So that's why I did that, that went that route. So we've got that. Now let's look at the fuel distribution. So for fuel, it's a very similar thing. Okay, we've got it's that one right there. Yeah, so there's a hole right there above that block that I'm pointing to right there, that first packed ice block, and then it takes it all the way up and over there and into a very similar thing into our fuel chest. Now that one I wasn't as concerned about the speed because we're just going to be putting fuel in there as we go. Not a big deal. We're not going to be putting fuel in every time that we're smelting anything. I guess that's what I'm getting at. And finally, we've got our return system here. So this is where it was before. It went straight through here, and then it gathered in a chest right here, if you remember. But now I changed it up. So it comes back around this way and goes up this bubble vader right here. And let me show you up top what we're doing up there. Perfect. Okay, here we are back up top. Is it nighttime? Should I sleep? Yeah, it is. Oh, we'll be fine. So this hole right here, this is the intake. So when we want to put things over there, and I added this, kind of guardrail here so we can't fall down, but we can just come up here and you can chuck things directly into there, into the intake water stream right there. And then I've got a little sign here. It's not a very good sign, but at least it's a little bit informative. To be smelted stuff goes there. Fuel goes into this chest right here. So whenever we come up with some additional coal or whatever we're going to end up using for fuel, we can just throw it in right here and it'll make its way down as slow as it needs to. It doesn't really need to be fast. And then finally, you see where it says smelted items and it's pointing up. These 3 chests right here, you can kind of see. Let me see if I can get... No, kind of. There's some hoppers in the back. So the water stream for the output is going to some hoppers down there. And these top 3 right here is where the output is going to be. Now, I have not tested it at all since I finished this. And I don't have... Let me go get... there's some sand downstairs. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to belly up against this guardrail here. And then we're going to throw in 1 stack of sand just to see how long it takes to get smelted. Did I throw it? Oh, I think so. Let's go see if the furnaces are on. Yep, it's going around. It's filling it up, as you can see there. That's so cool. That's so cool. I've never had a system like this complex before. So it's really neat. Let's see if we can see them coming in. I'm not sure which chest. Ideally, it'll be this one, but we'll see. Oh, there they go. They're starting to come in already. This is really fast. This is really cool, especially when you consider how far the items are going to get smelted. This is really neat. Are there any more coming in? Oh, yeah. No, we're doing good. We're doing really good. So I'll take that out there and I'll stick it in there with those guys. Yes, we're already at 50. That's really nice, guys. Okay, we'll finish it out. 55, 56. There they are. And boom, 64. Fantastic. This was an awesome, way more, way more than more work than I thought it was going to be for sure. But it's working really well, and I'm really proud of this. This is so cool. Unfortunately, though, that's all the time that we have for this episode. So let's commence to, again, my favorite part of the episode, and that is showcasing a comment from one of you. Let's go over speed clicking all the way to the last one, which is that one. Okay, perfect. So the comment of the week for episode 18 is, I think I lost all my bees in my Let's Play world. Looks like they simply disappeared. So this is from Tim Be Nice. If you don't follow Tim Be Nice, it's another fantastic Minecraft content creator. I'm actually a member of his Discord as well. Just an all-around really good guy. Really good at making Minecraft videos. And I just wanted to thank him so much for supporting my last video. That was very nice. And with that, that's all we have time for with this episode. So thank you so much for watching and continuing to watch and support my videos. It really does mean so much to me. It makes this whole thing so much fun. So if you want to support the videos, please go ahead and leave it a like. And if you like watching this type of stuff and you just want to be able to get notified whenever new episodes come out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's up to you, but that's the easiest way to do it. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.